What is up, everyone? Tonight, I wanted to talk to you about Shibarium. All right. Now, there's been a lot of speculation, and it's only speculation. We have no confirmations yet that it could be released on Valentine's Day. Now, we all have been waiting for this for a while, right? We've been waiting for this since Q3 of last year. And, well, that's passed. I'm sure there's been complications. As someone who works with projects, I realize that this happens and we got to be understanding of that. But at the same time, they haven't really done a fantastic job of, I guess, consumer expectation. They haven't managed that very well. At the same time, right, there's a lot of caveats here. We're still excited for it because it could mean that a lot of Shiba Inu are about to be burned, thus increasing the value of whatever's left. However, I do want to talk about the fact that when it is released, while there may be an initial increase in burns, we can't expect it to be sustainable. Similar to when the burn portal was open last year, early last year, April or so, there was a huge spike in sheep burns and it stayed for a couple weeks, but we saw it come back down. And while the sheep burns have overall been elevated from before, they're not as high as we were expecting. And something similar will probably happen with Shibarium. And the reason for that is because Shibarium is a blockchain meant to be used as a foundation for other people to build upon. Now, when it's released, it's simply a foundation. There's nothing on it yet, unless the developers have been taking their time to put stuff onto it in addition to releasing it. But that's a far cry. That's really optimistic. What we can expect is that if it has been done correctly, a lot of people, a lot of developers, a lot of projects will start to build upon Shibarium. And as those projects build, and the utility for Bone, which is the main token to be used on Shibarium, uh, and as Shibarium is built upon and Bone is used, and we pay the gas fees, then Shiba Inu will be burned in turn. And that is when we can start to expect a sustainable, steadily growing burn rate. Now, unfortunately, our outstanding circulation is pretty high. So it could take a little bit, which I'm not happy to say, but it could take a little bit of time before we see the burns that we're really looking for. If we burn 1 trillion Shiba Inu per year, it will still take us, all right, about 500 years for us to reach a relatively okay amount, and would still have trillions of Shiba Inu left over. Now, I don't think it would take that long if we consider the fact that these burns will steadily grow. We might start off with a few hundred million, a few billion, few tens of billion, hundreds of billion. You get my point. But we should reach that trillion number soon, and hopefully a few trillion after that. At the end of the day, Shiba Inu, I think, is a few years old, because on top of the burns, we need to consider the fact of adoption and utility, and those are going to be ever increasing as well. All the numbers we've had so far have been from the past, they've been historic, but they also, and I guess they're good indicators of what could happen based on current rates, but they don't take into account potential future development. And that's what we are excited for. Now, the nice thing about Shiba Inu is it is completely decentralized. The development team doesn't own it. Satoshi doesn't own it. No one owns it, and anyone can build upon it. And Shibarium will just make that easier. So, what does this mean? It means that when Shibarium is released, expect a spike in the burn rate, which is really exciting. Expect Shiba Inu to go up in price a bit, but also expect it to pull back, not just from people taking their profits, but on the fact that a lot of people might not have considered the fact that this is not going to be initially sustainable. It is not going to be initially and readily available to burn the amount of sheep that we are hoping for, expecting, or even more than that, need in order for it to reach a good level. However, Give it a few years, give it solid development teams, or even less than solid as long as the gas fees are being paid, right? Then we should start seeing results slowly at first, but more quickly as things go on. With all that said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And hey, if you really like this content, let me know. Check out my other videos and please consider helping the channel grow by subscribing, clicking the like button. I'd really love to keep bringing you guys more content, and you doing this would really help me out, and I will do my best to help you guys out in return. I would love to bring you the best content available in short, sweet, simple terms regarding the topics on this channel. And I would also love for you to help me out so I can continue being the best that I can for you. With that said, until next time.